Hey everybody, welcome to Play, Rank, Share, the show where I play the marquee PlayStation 5 titles, create an ever-evolving ranking of the best PlayStation 5 games, and share my opinions with you. My name is Tyrus, and this episode is focused on the AA games that released on the PS5 in 2021. I feel like a lot of discourse in the gaming industry revolves around both indie games and the big AAA games. One thing that I don't think gets talked about enough is how the AA gaming space is experiencing a resurgence over the past couple years. AA games generally have more budget than indies, but don't have the polish or scope of the AAA games, but tackle unique ideas not often featured in the industry. So, I wanted to make this video to highlight 5 AA games that released in 2021 on the PS5, and most of these were available through the PlayStation Plus program throughout the year. Make sure to leave a comment about what you thought about these games below, and with that out of the way, let's jump in. Like most games mentioned on this list, I initially missed Ghostrunner when it came out in 2020. However, the new PS5 version released in the relatively weak year for gaming this year and gave me a prime opportunity to try out this unique game. Ghostrunner is a brutally difficult first-person platformer game where just 1 or 2 hits will kill you. On the converse, just 1 hit from your sword will take out any of the non-boss enemies. What I really liked about Ghostrunner is how fluid everything felt. It was really nice to glide around maps in 60 frames per second. The game is also very fast-paced, where once you die, you can immediately put yourself back into the action. However, the game was honestly too hard for my liking, and in many levels, I died well over 100 times before defeating it. I did admittedly eventually turn on some features in assist mode to help me through my journey, mainly a feature that lets you get hit twice before you die. But I did enjoy the concept of a first-person platformer, especially with the spice of difficulty thrown in. While it wasn't necessarily my cup of tea, it perfectly fits the AA mold of a more unique experience, and I recommend you check it out if it looks interesting to you.
Who are you?
You can call me Architect.
Who am I?
You're a Ghostrunner.
Maneater can best be described as an open-world shark game that is nothing like you have played before. Developed by Tripwire and published by Deep Silver, Maneater shines because it doesn't take itself too seriously. The cutscenes of this game present it as a mockumentary, poking fun at shows like The Deadliest Catch. I played Maneater in February on the PS5 and thought it was a delightful romp to play through while not much else was coming out. As you progress through the game, you can upgrade your shark as he gets bigger and make him stronger to face off against more formidable foes and to take down those fishing boats. Maneater is a sweet but short experience, and I beat the game in about 8 hours. While not laugh-out-loud hilarious, comedy is baked into the experience of Maneater, and kinda needs to be since the concept of this game is so absurd. I did have some issues with the game, such as an annoying lock-on system and general lack of gameplay depth, but these do not stop me from enjoying my time as my shark.
The tiny pup responds with an instinct for survival.
You'll never want to turn off the camera.
A Playtale Innocence might have started a very positive trajectory for developer Asobo Studio. It is a third-person action-adventure game that takes place during a Black Plague as rats overtake Europe and send the population into hiding. Playing as Amicia and taking care of her younger brother Hugo, you must figure out why this outbreak is happening and how you are to survive. One thing that intrigued me about Playtale is that it is generally combat light and instead focuses on puzzle and stealth mechanics to get you through the game. However, you still have a trusty slingshot for combat sections when they arise. I found Hugo pretty annoying during my playthrough, and the dialogue and caretaker gameplay was really cumbersome for me. The game's plot also wasn't super captivating while I played, but I did enjoy seeing rats all over the screen as you try to get through your journey, something really unique in the gaming space. I did overall enjoy my time with Playtale, and I'm excited to see how the sequel improves on this formula when it comes out in 2022. When the original PS5 Future of Gaming event was held in summer 2020, I associated games showcased there with quality. Leading into 2021, there was a good track record of every game I played from that event being something that I really like and highly recommend. However, this streak ended with the release of Oddworld Soulstorm in 2021. As a stealth platformer, Soulstorm just did not resonate with me across my 18-ish hour journey in the game. You play as Abe, trying his best to save his kind from extinction. I did like how this game was a critique on capitalism that the game overtly displayed, and the cutscenes are some of the best animated ones on the console right now. But I have trouble enjoying stealth games in general, and Soulstorm had just enough difficulty incorporated that I grew tired of repeating the same sequences 10, 15, and eventually over 20 times. Throughout the game, you have to save fellow workers, and the amount you save end up dictating which ending you get. With my struggles with this type of game, I ended up getting the bad ending, which most players got judging by trophy attainment percentages in the game's stats, and I have no intentions of going back to trying to rectify this for myself. I list games in these videos in alphabetical order, but I'm happy that I can talk about Wreckfest last in this one. Destruction Derby games do not get enough love in the industry, but the arcade racing style of Wreckfest is something really special. I found so much enjoyment racing around the tracks that developer Bugbear created that were designed to cause massive wrecks and pileups, making you have to carefully analyze how to navigate a course. I put a little over 20 hours into Wreckfest and had some of my favorite multiplayer moments of the year. Wreckfest though isn't a game without flaws. The main issue is that when I played this game back in July, there was a significant lack of players populating the servers. This can make for many races filled with bot racers. Ironically enough, I also didn't find the actual derby mode engaging. I was instead continually drawn to the races. I do think we will see a sequel to this game in the next few years. Publisher Embracer Group has Wreckfest as one of its key franchises on its website. In the meantime, while I wait, I look forward to going back to the original Wreckfest and seeing if I can avoid disaster while gunning for first place. Those of you who have watched Play Ranked Share in the past know that I keep an ongoing ranking of my favorite PlayStation 5 games. All 5 games mentioned in this episode have yet to be ranked, so it's time to add them to the list. Wreckfest is my favorite game from this bunch, and I decided to rank the hectic Destruction Derby game at number 16. Maneater provides a unique experience of an underwater open world game and currently ranks at number 20. A Playtale Innocence has you exploring the often ignored medieval Europe as you survive through puzzles and stealth, and I rank it at number 22. Ghostrunner provides a very unique first-person platformer experience as long as you're okay with some brutal difficulty along the way, and I rank it at number 29. Finally, Oddworld Soulstorm is a stealth platformer game that might work for you, but didn't for me, and I rank it at number 32. The full list of best PlayStation 5 games will be in the comments below, and make sure to check that out to see where your favorite stands. Thank you for watching this episode of Play, Rank, Share. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified for when future episodes are released. Play, Rank, Share will be back in full force in 2022, and up first will be episodes highlighting 2022 PS5 games and the ranking of all PlayStation studios. If you have played any of the 5 games mentioned today, be sure to comment below and tell me your thoughts on them, and until next time, don't stop sharing.
Got us some dinner coming, boys. Let's get her up on deck, huh?